What up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the Road to Glory here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode 148. So, if you haven't watched the last couple of episodes, you won't recognise my team, but I'm sure most of you have, so you're aware that I'm now using basically a full Prem team with, well, a couple of Serie A and a couple of Ligue 1 players. Most notably Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. We've brought the Juventus attacker into our team, and he's been helping us out in the weekend league. Currently sat at 7-3, so definitely not the greatest start I've ever had, but probably not the worst I've had either. This game kind of goes either way when it comes to the new patch and stuff. So yeah, there were 3 tough games which we eventually took the loss for, which could have been a win if it was just a different day. So that's where we're at, 10 games into the weekend league. I wanted to continue today and try and get up to, I don't know, at least like 10 wins or so. You know, if maybe we had a few tough games, play like 5 or 6 matches in today's episode and see where we get to. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So if you do enjoy, do me a favor guys, hit that thumbs up button. I know it's Monday and I know we're all sort of back at work, school, whatever it is, but if you could do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you in advance. So I go 1-0 up in this game, the really early goal from Arnautovic, and then he scores, but it was offside. I get through once again with Ronaldo, this time a good save from the goalkeeper, to be fair. I'm not really quite sure, like those one-on-one situations or the situations where you really do feel like you should score, almost seem like to be the hardest ones on this game. And then, of course, you can get a little near-post corner, and Ronaldo is super OP when it comes to those. I thought Ibra was good at the front post, but it turns out Ronaldo's a completely different beast. Speaking of Ibra, my opponent brings him on and should have really scored that. Not gonna lie, that was pretty much a clear-cut chance. I'm not quite sure how he hasn't. We get through once again with Arnautovic here, make it 3-0, and at that point in time, it's like, yeah, okay, I feel confident that I'm gonna come away with the victory, and well, then he decides to rage quit anyway, so I'm all good. So that brings us up to 8 wins. 8-3. I've definitely had much worse than that. Much worse starts. But again, I've also gone 10-0 or 11-0. We went 11-0 once, which is quite the start for someone who is as average at the game as I am. So next game, solid squad. He's got Neymar and Mbappe. He's got the Leao striker, the future stars. He's also got like Pogba and Kante. So it's a nice meta team. Guy obviously kind of knows what he's doing and got the right players in his squad and stuff. And a good couple of double saves there from Alisson to stop us from going 1-0 down. I then, force a fantastic save out of Courtois. Those headers often go in, but not quite that time. We then play it into Ronaldo and another good save, but look how lucky it is that the ball just somehow bounces. It then hits the post and Arnautovic is the one to tap it home in the end. It's just a very kind of dodgy situation which has resulted in me somehow getting a goal. But Aubameyang gets through right here, knocks it back to Cristiano Ronaldo. And I feel in that situation I'm pretty comfortable to try and just take a finesse shot because I'm so like dead center on goal that even if I almost hold my analog stick all the way to one direction, I don't feel like it's going to go wide of the post. I'm very shocked to see my opponent quit at 2-0 there, because I don't think we were that far into the game yet. Literally 16 minutes. I guess he realised or thought maybe wasn't going to be cutting it in this one, and I don't know. I said this to you before, right? I wonder how much the Cristiano Ronaldo effect affects people, because I know that if I come up against a Ronaldo and I go like 2 goals down or something, I kind of do give up. And that's something that you obviously shouldn't do, because these games, there's so many big swings in these games that you should pretty much try and continue on. Unless it's like 4-0 after 15 FIFA minutes, then yeah, maybe you could give up at that point, maybe. But I go 1-0 down in this one to the dodgiest of goals. There were so many like bobbles and bounces, and I thought my goalkeeper picked it up, but he didn't. But I think you'll see once again in a moment when we get our goal, probably right here, Aubameyang knocks it out wide to Firmino. I spot an open Arnautovic, take the shot, saved off the goalkeeper. Somehow I end up back with it, and it goes in the back of the net. And it's like those situations when you're trying to defend from your own box and you're trying to get rid of the ball, it really is best to just hoof it, just absolutely boot it up the pitch, because there's so many times where I don't do that and then he scores and I'm like, damn it, if only I just smacked it up to the halfway line, booted it out for a throw-in or something, we would have been alright. So my opponent's second goal wasn't much better, to be fair. He hits the post and it literally gives him a free rebound. So I kind of felt a little bit hard done by. And then to miss an opportunity like that with Arnautovic, who has been scoring headers for me left, right and centre, it's like, oh, is this one going to be the one? Is this not my game? And then I kind of get lucky-ish again to get my next goal to equalise once again. So I didn't really know how this match was going to go. We then switch it around real quick. Ronaldo gets it in to Aubameyang, who just knocks it near post this time, smashes it with a low-driven finish, and all of a sudden we've turned the game around and we're 3-2 up. And at half-time, you can see, pretty even game. Both teams not doing great stuff when it comes to like pass accuracy and that, but I felt like maybe in the second half, if we could just get a foothold in this game, we might be able to turn it around, or not turn it around, but really like push on through, get a couple of goals lead, and that's exactly what we did there. Ibra played a beautiful ball to Ronaldo to just tap home. Ibra then whips one into the box, and it is Aubameyang to head home, in off the post that time, I'm pretty sure. It's that LB cross in that situation, which is obviously very, very powerful, or abusable or overpowered, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do in the weekend leagues to get your wins right. There's been games that I think there was that one yesterday where I lost to a Torres hat-trick, and all of those were crosses into the box to Torres. So it's like you kind of got to make use of what is overpowered in the game, right? You know, I used to do a lot of finesse shots. Now I don't really do any finesse shots, and I do a lot of low drivens and a lot of headers. And, you know, you just got to play to however the game is working. And then come up against this team right here, and I'm like, the last time I faced Torres, he battered me. Last time I faced Team of the Year David Silva, I got battered as well, or I lost the game. So it's like these two players now haunt me, which is not good. So I almost went into the game on the back foot, like mentally, and then I hit the outside of the post, and I'm like, well, that should have been a goal. Why am I not 1-0 up here? Starting to almost get a little bit triggered that I'm not scoring. Then I realised, okay, he's going to cross it into Torres a fair bit. I am in trouble. So it was just one of those games where I needed to get my goal, and he needed it quick. And Aubameyang whips one into the back post, and that's the perfect cross, I think, for Arnautovic. He seems to pretty much outjump anyone. Like to the point where I've literally outjumped like very tall, good centre backs and Team of the Year, Marcelo's, Sergio Ramos's, Varane's and stuff. And then that one right there is almost the perfect angle to hit it for Aubameyang to head home. As you will have seen in the last episode, there were so many where he gets that tight angle header and he's very accurate with them. They still manage to go into the back of the net. So yeah, 2-0 up at half-time, and definitely not cruising though. Mbappe whips this one back stick, and it is Arnautovic to rise up again to go 3-0 up. Does my opponent have enough at this point, or do we carry on playing? I can't remember. Oh, we carry on. Oh yeah, he's going to get a goal back right here. Yeah, we've scored 3 kind of annoying headers. I don't love to score them. I much prefer to score a nice, well-worked goal. But if you're struggling against someone to break through them, you work the ball out wide and then just boot it across, and you might earn yourself a free opportunity. So 3-1, the eventual score on that game, or how it eventually worked out. 3 on target, 3 goals. Although I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of my headers hit the post on the way in, which of course then doesn't count as on target. So that game actually takes us up to 11 wins. We then go into this one right here, and I thought, ooh, this is going to be a tough game, and this is going to be a tough game. We have George Best, Ibra, Prime, Rijkaard. Sorry, I just spat everywhere as I was saying that. I was really enunciating that P. He's got a De Bruyne, he had a Team of the Year Marcelo, and after 8 minutes, I give a penalty away. Zlatan steps up, I go the right way, and I'm able to save it, so he doesn't quite go 1-0 up from that one. Which is good, 50-50s when it comes to penalties as to whether you're going to save them or not, and this time we were lucky enough to save it. Good opportunity for Firmino, and pre-patch that would have obviously flown into the back of the net, but finesse shots are now a complete and utter myth on this game, so hey, it's not always going to work out. I thought Zlatan was offside in that situation. My opponent goes ahead and scores from it. I almost did a thing where it was sort of like, play to the whistle, but I didn't play to the whistle. I genuinely thought the ref was going to call up saying Zlatan was offside, but obviously looking back afterwards, he's not, and he obviously isn't because the guy scored a goal. So I went 1-0 down in this game, and then second half starts, he gets kickoff, a nice run from Eden Hazard and my static defenders, because, you know, kickoff goals always happen, led to Eden Hazard getting a second goal for himself in this game, and I was like down and out at this point. However, Zlatan is going to spin round that defender, play a lovely ball to the back post, and Mbappe's there. Normally when I put it back post to Mbappe, he gets a volley situation, but this time he was obviously able to to head the ball into the back of the net, and then I hit the woodwork with Ronaldo, and that would have been my equaliser. So my opponent was busy holding the ball in the corner for the very last couple of minutes, which is obviously smart, but I whip it off him. I go on the long ball counter-attack. I knock it down to Aubameyang, play it through to Ronaldo, get through on goal, and I'm able to low-driven shot that one past the goalkeeper. 92nd minute, I get my equaliser to take this one into extra time. And to be fair, he's literally had 3 shots all game. So it was one of those. Like I was able to kind of hold him off, but he was very good on possession. And I almost felt at that point in time, I don't deserve this game. And I feel like it was just a waste of time going to extra time. Because eventually, that was the goal that he scored. And I really couldn't do anything for the rest of the match. And he saw it out very, very well. And we take a deserved loss in that one. Yeah, was it 4-3 or 3-2? 3-2 in that one, yeah. It was just a case that I couldn't quite work him out. He was very, very good at holding the ball. And those losses are the ones which were just like, yeah, I can take it. Despite even the fact that he went 5 at the back at the end of the match. It's just the smart thing to do, right? Like me going 3 at the back and super all-out attack to try and get a goal to get back in it. So that's where we're going to end off today. I thought good to stop this little session here after a loss. We've gone on a pretty good run. Being 7-3, we are now 11-4. So we went on a nice little 4-game streak there where it was somewhat easy enough to get those wins. So we've at least auto-qualified for the next weekend league. That isn't going to be it for the weekend league. Obviously, I am going to push on to 14 wins. It's just how long that's going to take me from there. So we are 11-4 right now. In the next episode, you'll see our remaining games to try and push up towards gold 3. Who have we got looking likely in this week's Team of the Week? It's probably going to be Pogba, right? He scored a couple against Fulham, and of course has that live item as well. So GG's if you were someone that bought that before he scored a couple of goals, because I'm sure his price absolutely rocketed, and you're now sitting on more coins than you had before. Trading with the live items is good. What we really want is our Arnautovic to start going off for West Ham, so that this live item we've got in our squad can start getting boosted, because I want to see that by as like a 90 rated item before team of the season or something. That would be pretty sweet. Even easier headers to score at the back post, yeah. So yeah, that has been the episode, guys. Do me a favor, smash a thumbs up on this Monday. I do hope you're having a nice day and a nice relaxing time to come and chill, watch some YouTube and all of that stuff. Come follow me on Twitter, come follow me on Instagram. Those links can be found in the description below. Most importantly, have a lovely day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.